Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy's new choice to take Carter's place after Taylor's amazing COO twist? According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester has been growing less confident in Carter Walton and is obviously no longer confident in his judgment. Steffy believes Hope Logan is controlling Carter, and she might be even more certain of this after learning of their secret relationship. Carter may resign in order to demonstrate his commitment to Hope, as it appears like Steffy is about to slash Hope for the future. There will undoubtedly be some growing tension, therefore it's also feasible that Steffy may become irate enough to fire Hope and Carter. In any case, Hope's line might be discontinued, which might ultimately result in Carter losing his job as well. Who would Steffy like to occupy the COO position if it opens up? Although Steffy wasn't pleased with Ridge Forrester's decision to add Brooke Logan to the executive team, she had to accept it. It might soon be Steffy's turn to choose a new member of the C-suite, and Ridge might even agree. Since Taylor Hayes' health is improving, it appears that the show is putting her broken heart syndrome narrative behind it. B&B may change course and have Taylor begin a significant career transition next. Even though Taylor is a well-known psychiatrist, if she resumes treating unrelated patients off-screen, she will be excluded from all the drama. However, it would be revolutionary to have Taylor join the staff at Forrester Creations. Steffy may assert that she truly wants to collaborate with her mother and that she trusts no one more than Taylor. Perhaps Steffy could offer Taylor the post of COO and figure out a method to make Taylor look like the ideal candidate. Recently, Taylor has been showing up at Forrester and is frequently asked to stay for business discussions. We'll see whether Taylor ends up becoming a prominent figure at Forrester, because it's possible that B&B has been laying the groundwork for her to join the organization. This could push Brooke over the edge because it would allow Taylor to spend more time at the office with Ridge. Stay tuned for our predictions on Taylor's future, because soap operas frequently have bizarre career twists like this. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor might soon get more involved in anything Forrester related, so we'll keep you updated on any developments pertaining to her employment. Katie walks in on major Ridge betrayal after catching Brooke cheating with Bill? According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan might finally give in to temptation with Bill Spencer. Bill and Brooke will always be attracted to each other, therefore that might resurface in the near future. Katie Logan's reluctance to take Bill back was mostly due to Brooke. Katie simply cannot believe that Bill genuinely wants her over her sister, even if she still harbors feelings for him and he wants to bring their family back together. Katie believes that if her connection with Ridge Forrester weren't a hindrance, Bill and Brooke may be together. Given that Brooke and Ridge are about to have a major argument, that might cause her to turn back toward Bill. After Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, cuts Hope for the future, it appears that Ridge will be by her side. Since Hope Logan is Brooke's daughter, you can bet that Brooke will take offense with Ridge supporting Steffy, particularly if Steffy wants Hope fired outright. In any event, Brooke can become irate with Ridge and quickly vent to Bill. As a coping mechanism for all the Forrester chaos, Brooke might end up sleeping with Bill. Particularly when the narrative demands a significant amount of dishonesty, Brooke and Bill aren't known for having extraordinary willpower around one another. Katie might stroll in and find out if Bill and Brooke really start a new chapter of adultery. If Brooke is seen wearing skimpy clothing with Bill during or after a private romp, Katie may feel she's ready to give him another shot after all. This might completely end Bill's attempts to get back together with Katie and make her believe she was correct to be concerned about his enduring relationship with Brooke. If Katie feels compelled to reveal the betrayal information, she may also end up giving Ridge some startling updates. We'll give you additional predictions on how things might play out because, in the end, B&B has been giving you some red flags regarding Bill and Brooke getting back together passionately. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke and Bill might not be able to resist one another, so keep watching the CBS soap opera. Aftershocks from Forrester Creations, Taylor pounces, and Brooke and Ridge's division. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful week of November 8th, Taylor pounces, Brooke and Ridge's division, aftershocks from Forrester Creations. Here are the spoilers for the week of November 8th, 2024, on The Bold and the Beautiful. Fans might anticipate repercussions from Steffy Forrester Finnegan's Jacqueline McInnes Wood executive business choice next week. Taylor Hayes, meanwhile, has a chance. Additionally, Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester are destined for a significant split. Find out what will happen in the CBS soap opera next week by reading on. Finnegan retaliates in Steffy Forrester spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. According to B&B spoilers for the week of November 8, Steffy discovered Hope Logan, Annika Noel, standing on top of John Finn Finnegan. Hope was now wearing underwear for Carter Walton rather than Finn. But Steffy happened to open the door when Hope stumbled and fell on top of Finn. It didn't help that Hope was dressed in revealing underwear. Steffy will have to make some daring business choices as a result of Hope's trip. Forrester Creations will undergo a significant upheaval as a result of these executive decisions, which will have long-term effects. B&B spoilers, the shakeup at Forrester Creations. Hope's line will probably be quickly cancelled by Steffy. To add to the humiliation, Steffy might also see to it that Hope is escorted by security out of the premises. Hope might attempt to inform Steffy that Carter, not Finn, was the recipient of the lingerie. Even if that may be the case, it will just serve to confirm Steffy's suspicion that Carter's altered behavior was inappropriate. Steffy might start to doubt Carter's commitment as a result, and he might lose his job. At Forrester Creations, Steffy might even establish some new regulations. Perhaps Steffy will determine that there can only be one person in charge rather than co-COS. Her. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Bridge vs. Tridge. According to spoilers for the week of November 8 on The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor may have another chance to date Ridge. In fact, Steffy's audacious move at Forrester Creations might be the cause of that. Ridge will support Steffy. In any case, Ridge dislikes making judgments that are unpopular. Ridge seems to avoid expressing his true opinions, even when confronted. Ridge did caution Brooke that the Hin incident would never occur again. Hope didn't have bad intentions, but it won't appear that way. It's obvious that Brooke will support Hope while Ridge supports Steffy. That will cause Bridge to become very divided. Ridge appears emotionally distant from Brooke these days, despite the fact that they do share kisses. That might present Taylor with a fresh chance to achieve her ambitions. Carter leaves Forrester Creations to launch a new business with Hope. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful reveal that Carter Walton is in a difficult situation. He is at odds with his boss, Steffy Forrester Finnegan, because of his outspoken support for Hope Logan. Though it was risky, Carter's affection for Hope motivated him to make a proposal he had thought about in the previous few years. Carter's ambitions were deemed excessive by Eric Forrester. In agreement with his father, Ridge Forrester abandoned the plan to transform Forrester Creations into a high-end brand that goes beyond fashion. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, does Carter leave Forrester Creations and launch a new business with Hope? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, I hope Logan embraces a new path. Steffy, who has good reason to distrust her long-standing opponent, continues to threaten Hope. Let's assume that Liam Spencer and Brooke Logan would fully support her daughter if Steffy were to make a move on Hope's husband. However, this is not a hypothetical situation. In an attempt to convince Steffy, Hope pursued John Finn Finnegan, but it was unsuccessful. Hope's attempt to pressure Finn into cheating on Steffy failed miserably. So much so that if Hope for the future ever pursued Finn again, Steffy threatened to cut her. Thus, Noelle's persona is adopting a new course. Carter and Hope were in an unexpected position at the design office, which astonished Brooke. However, Lang's character agreed with their justification and supports Carter's backing of Hope. Because Brooke has a good business sense, she is aware that Carter's support is appropriate for Hope, or at least she thinks so. As long as her spouse doesn't agree with Steffy about ending HFTF, Brooke can live with Ridge's resistance to Carter's plan to grow his company. Due primarily to Taylor Hayes' unstable health, Bridge is in a good place and Brooke plans to keep it that way. Brooke is aware that she must balance her support for Hope at work with Ridge's assistance for Taylor. Carter Walton wants to invest, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Carter pleaded passionately. He even says he would put money into the endeavor because he thinks it would be profitable to turn FC into a versatile luxury brand. When Carter brought up the use of his capital, Eric's characteristic eyebrows shot up. However, that didn't convince Eric to support Carter's ambitious plan. Carter might continue Hope's line as a distinct entity in the event that FC terminates HFTF owing to subpar performance. Viewers can envision the potential of a standalone company that integrates Carter's concepts of a destination for luxury brands. The soap would be good. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, few storylines are as complex or emotionally charged as the recent series of events involving Hope Logan's latest misstep, Ridge Forrester's tough decisions, and Taylor Hayes' ongoing health struggles. Hope's oopsie, a seemingly innocent mistake, has spiraled into a full-blown crisis, impacting her personal relationships, career, and even the business dynamics at Forrester Creations. As if that weren't enough, Ridge finds himself in the impossible position of balancing loyalty, family values, and business interests, all while dealing with the lingering effects of his past with both Taylor and Brooke. Meanwhile, Taylor's heart condition has taken on a new level of urgency, casting a shadow over her relationships and influencing the decisions she's making about her future. This web of entangled storylines reveals a multilayered narrative of ambition, deception, and emotional conflict, all taking place within the high-stakes arena of fashion, family, and love. Hope's latest oopsie may appear minor, but its ramifications extend well beyond a simple error. She misjudged an interaction at work, accidentally sending a confidential document about Forrester Creations' next collection to a competitor. While Hope initially brushed it off as a harmless mistake, Steffy, ever vigilant about Forrester's brand, quickly recognized the serious implications of Hope's oversight. Not only does this error threaten Forrester's competitive edge in the industry, but it also casts doubt on Hope's reliability and her loyalty to the company. This misstep rekindles Steffy's long-standing doubts about Hope, and with ammunition in hand, Steffy is poised to use this incident to regain control over the Hope for the Future line or even potentially remove Hope from her role altogether. Hope, however, is already burdened with guilt and stress, aware that her oopsie could lead to the termination of her line, if not her entire career at Forrester Creations. Ridge, ever the patriarch, is thrown into the fray by this unfolding scandal. He feels compelled to address the repercussions of Hope's mistake, but his actions are complicated by his relationships with both Hope and Brooke. Although he sees Hope's potential, he can't overlook the costly nature of her error. Ridge has been a father figure to Hope, and he finds himself torn between his duty to uphold the company's reputation and his desire to support her, knowing that her oopsie was not intentional. As he faces pressure from Steffy to enforce serious consequences, Ridge is forced to weigh the company's stability against his personal connections. The resulting division creates tension within Forrester Creations, with employees taking sides and loyalties being tested. This division is further fueled by Steffy's insistence that Ridge should be tougher on Hope, using this incident as a way to prove that he prioritizes Forrester Creations over personal ties. However, Ridge, still dealing with unresolved feelings from his past relationships with both Brooke and Taylor, hesitates to make a decision that might alienate him from those he loves. This inner conflict leaves Ridge at a crossroads, questioning the extent of his responsibility as a leader and a father figure. As all this transpires, Taylor's health adds an additional layer of complexity to the narrative. Recently, Taylor was diagnosed with a heart condition, and though she has tried to remain optimistic, the strain is undeniable. For years, Taylor has been the stabilizing force within the family, always ready to mediate conflicts and offer support. Now, facing an uncertain prognosis, she finds herself reflecting on her life and wondering if she has the strength to keep standing in the background. Her condition has also drawn Ridge's attention, rekindling old feelings and bringing unresolved emotions to the surface. For Ridge, the potential of losing Taylor again, this time to illness rather than circumstance, intensifies his internal struggles. He feels a renewed sense of protectiveness toward her, finding himself drawn to be there for her during this challenging time, which does not go unnoticed by Brooke. Brooke, meanwhile, senses that Taylor's condition is pulling Ridge closer to his former love. While she has always trusted Ridge's commitment to her, Taylor's presence in his life, especially under these fragile conditions, makes her question her place in his priorities. She finds herself in an unexpected rivalry, feeling overshadowed by Taylor's vulnerability. Brooke tries to support Hope amidst the fallout of her oopsie, standing by her daughter's side and encouraging her to focus on learning from her mistakes. However, Brooke can't ignore the tension growing between herself and Ridge as he spends more time worrying about Taylor. This love triangle complicates the dynamics at Forrester Creations, creating an undercurrent of jealousy and suspicion that affects every interaction between Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor. Hope, feeling the strain from her mother's expectations and Steffy's scrutiny, is deeply affected by the pressure of trying to redeem herself. She attempts to demonstrate her dedication to Forrester Creations, but the more she tries, the more the consequences of her initial mistake weigh on her. Hope's oopsie becomes a defining moment for her as she realizes that the stakes are much higher than she initially thought. Her once strong confidence wavers, and she begins to question her ability to lead her line successfully. Her missteps at work begin to mirror struggles in her personal life, creating a spiral of doubt that affects her interactions with both family and colleagues. The support of her mother, though well-intentioned, starts to feel stifling as Hope struggles to carve out her identity separate from Brooke's influence. This situation becomes a moment of self-reflection for Hope, who must now decide whether she will continue in her mother's shadow or strive to establish herself independently within the Forrester dynasty. In the midst of all this, Steffy seizes the opportunity to assert herself, eager to prove her own dedication to the company. With Ridge's attention split between Hope and Taylor, Steffy finds herself increasingly isolated in her mission to protect the family legacy. Her frustration with Hope grows as she watches her father struggle to make decisions she feels are clear-cut. She becomes more vocal about her concerns, pushing Ridge to take a harder stance and emphasizing the need to preserve Forrester Creations' reputation. This push for authority, however, strains her relationships with Ridge and even with her husband, Finn, who warns her that her determination may lead her down a path of ruthlessness. Unfazed, Steffy views herself as the rightful protector of the Forrester brand, willing to make tough calls that others may shy away from. Her desire to prove herself comes from a place of loyalty, yet her ambition begins to morph into a single-minded pursuit that risks alienating those around her. As Taylor's heart condition worsens, Ridge becomes increasingly aware of his conflicting emotions. He feels obligated to be there for her, fearing that her illness could escalate, leaving him with unresolved regrets. The possibility of Taylor's heart healing, or even finding peace, plays on his mind as he evaluates the roles each woman, Taylor, Brooke, and even Hope, has played in his life. Taylor's vulnerability brings out a side of Ridge that Brooke hasn't seen in years, making her question whether his unresolved feelings for Taylor could disrupt their own relationship. Ridge's struggle is emblematic of his internal conflict between duty, family, and love, a theme that seems to resonate throughout his entire life. His divided attention brings everything into sharper focus, as each choice he makes impacts not only his relationship with Taylor and Brooke, but also the direction of Forrester Creations. By the end, Hope's error, Ridge's division, and Taylor's health crisis converge to create a perfect storm within the Forrester family, highlighting the delicate balance of family loyalty, ambition, and love. Hope's oopsie becomes a catalyst for change, forcing her to face hard truths about her own motivations and the expectations placed upon her. Ridge is left questioning whether he can be everything to everyone, balancing his love for Taylor, his commitment to Brooke, and his role as a leader at Forrester Creations. Taylor, meanwhile, faces her health challenges with courage, yet cannot deny that her feelings for Ridge still linger, giving her strength to hope for one last chance at happiness. In this crucible of family, ambition, and love, each character must confront the truth about who they are and what they want, setting the stage for new alliances, personal growth, and, inevitably, more drama. Through Hope's mistake, Ridge's divided loyalty, and Taylor's fragile heart, the characters of the bold and the beautiful find themselves at a crossroads where every choice will shape the future of their lives and the legacy they leave behind.